the second game that I'm playing actually won an award from us at PAX East, and it is now released in early access. And that game is Trinity Fusion, and got one of our Team Choice Awards at PAX East. At PAX East, you can go back and listen to the thing. You got to kind of switch back and forth between the 3 different characters. You can go to these portals and kind of hop back and forth. All cool stuff. What the game actually does, though, is there's this whole story aspect to this that you don't get in that PAX East demo. And so you start off with like one specific character in this. I'm not going to say which one. I don't want to ruin the plot. You start off with one specific character, and then you kind of make your way through the initial level. But the hook is, if you die right away. So again, this is a platformer, roguelike. The worlds are kind of being procedurally generated, blah blah blah, action based. The hook is you kind of want to die, because then you get sent to the hub, and the hub is where you start to really find out about the story. You find out about the abilities. The hub, it's like the central world. You find out about the story. You're able to kind of make your way around the aspects of the game. It's where you kind of learn some of the details that get you through. But you only get that by sort of dying in your first initial run, and then you get back to that first run, and you go back through it, and you've kind of figured out enough things. You started to expand your character and make them stronger through every run that you go through. You open up different sections, like there's the main area, then there's an overworld, then there's like deserts, and then you get to like the whole next level. Then you go through those, you get to the next level, then you can start to hop back and forth. So there's this cool Metroidvania-ish aspect of it, which again wasn't in that PAX preview, but works really well here. So the game's in early access. And I don't think it needs a ton of tuning. Really, the only issue that I have with this is that the difficulty spike when you get through. So you kind of gain levels, you gain experience, gain levels. Your character gets stronger, your attacks get stronger, your weapons you can kind of open up and unlock and advance. Improve your weapons, your swords, and that kind of stuff as you go along. You clear one stage of one section of this specific world. Let's say you go to the next section, and all of a sudden the enemies are like 10 times stronger than they were in the previous one. Yeah, and so that tuning really, I think, is what they need to spend their time on in the early access, the access point. But so you do die a lot, just building up your character and building up the back end stuff so that those later runs become better. And so apart from that, I really like this game. It's so finely tuned. The physics work really well. The jumps are awesome. The animation's great. It controls exactly how I want a game like this to control. Like, it feels like Metroid Dread, which I think is a big like positive in how you control a game. Because Metroid Dread, I mean, it controlled really well. We all love that game for the most part. And this feels like it. And it feels like it, but you're kind of split among these 3 different worlds. And then you can start to bring your characters in between the different worlds, start fusing different aspects. And it works. And it works really well. And if you're a fan of Metroid Dread and you would love to check out a more procedurally randomized, fresh playthrough each time, I think this starts to really scratch that itch. And I couldn't figure out why I was liking this game so much until the Metroid Prime stuff popped in. Because then you get into you'll get into these rooms where you have like 7, 8 enemies just start popping up, and you've got to kind of bounce around the rooms and start to like position yourself and do certain things and drop bombs here and then run to the other side and power up your weapon and slide across. And it just works. It works so well from that standpoint. Yeah, I mean, Trinity Fusion is great. It's I'm really digging it, and I'm like, I've gotten through the overall majority of this game without like ripping my hair out, whatever hair I have left, without ripping my hair out. And then you get to kind of the end game portion. Yeah, you get to the end game portion, and again, it's that spike, that difficulty spike, where you're like, crap, I've got to go back and build certain things up that I didn't really want to rebuild, but I have to. So again, I think those are the little aspects that need to be adjusted here. But again, it's solid. Like these are minor qualms that I think are balance issues that can be worked out. So yeah, Trinity Fusion is a blast. Really, I've played it almost exclusively on the Steam Deck, and it's a perfect Steam Deck game. Like it's the kind of game that lie in bed. Yeah, another one. Another one. You lie in bed, you play it, and it works. It works great. So yeah, Trinity Fusion, good. We made a good choice giving it the Team Choice Award. It was it was right.